Welcome on in to our SN Big Ten Top 10 Power Rankings, presented by QuarterTS.com. As we have some power rankings for you here in the Big Ten through 3 weeks of action. Our Big Ten game of the week this week, though, Michigan, Wisconsin. I have Michigan as the third best team. Wisconsin I have as the second best team in the Big Ten. So it should be a good one at 11 Central Time live on Fox Saturday. Our coverage is 10 a.m. Central Time on Fox versus college football today. So tune on in then for us in college football today, or tune on into us in college football tonight, Saturday night on SN Sports. We've kind of lacked on that. Kind of forgot to release it till the next day on SN Sports, so it's always Sunday that's on SN. We'll have it for you. Try to have it Saturday nights on SN Sports. SN College Football Day, Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on SN. We'll break down Michigan, Wisconsin, and other games across the country. Look at our power rankings here. Number 1, Ohio State. They have played much better than anybody else in the Big Ten. They take care of business week after week. Beat Cincinnati. Beat a lot of teams here. I just got to put them at number 1 there. Move on, number 2, Wisconsin. I mean, they're another team that's just rocking and rolling here. Not much to say about Wisconsin. Michigan. I mean, they scared me bad. It was not good what I've seen of Michigan, but I do like Harbaugh as their coach. I think they're the third best team in the conference right now. Really, this is assuming that they do start ramping up the intensity and get better and better throughout the season. I think Michigan it should be up there. Penn State, I have number 4, another team that struggled to beat Buffalo. It took them a little bit to get into the rhythm, and then they struggled against Pittsburgh. And now it's really, there's a lot of more questions than answers for Penn State. I still think they're in the top quarter of the Big Ten, top third at least, which is a 14-team conference. It's hard to really know exactly where they are. Top 7's the top half, really. That's it. That's all you can really differentiate. I got Iowa at number 5. They took care of business against Iowa State. They've looked solid at home, but Nate Stanley has kind of underperformed in his career. I think the Hawkeyes do have a little bit of upside to their game. They're a team that looks like they can get better. Our number 6 team, Michigan State. I mean, their defense is probably top 3 in the Big Ten right now. I mean, it's lights out, but the question is a quarterback and their offense. We saw against Michigan State or against Arizona State was absolutely horrible. And I mean, they deserve to be moved down. The kicking game wasn't really doing much. I mean, there's no excuses to where their offense was not there. I mean, I'll move them back up if they play better. I'll move them up to probably number 3, number 4, maybe number 5. But they proved to me that they're not very good. They're just average. They're mediocre. I mean, we'll see more. There's a big gap between Michigan State and Nebraska here. I think Nebraska's got potential here. They took care of against Northern Illinois. They did lose to Colorado in non-conference. It was unfortunate for them. But I do think they're a team that has gotten better from last year. They're a team that is now, I have them in the top half of the conference, but they're right with, really 7 through 10 is very, very close, as well as really what 1 through 6 is decently close as well. I mean, Ohio State's kind of running away with it at number 1, but 2 through 6 at least is right in there at this moment. But I do think Nebraska is getting there. They have potential to be a top half team in the Big Ten, the top half. But they could also fall as low as maybe 11th in this conference if they play poorly. Now, they do start Big Ten play against Illinois. It's a confidence-building game. I believe it is on the road, so they do have... If they lose to Illinois, well, guess what? Won't even talk about them ever again. If they lose to Illinois here. I got 8th team in the conference is Maryland. We've seen good things about Maryland. But when you have 8 chances to punch it in, you don't punch it in. You're not actually that good. They tried against Temple. They beat Syracuse. I will give them that. They took care of business against Syracuse, but guess what? People care what you do away from home. And Maryland has a tough schedule this year, and they're not going to look very good on the road games. I already know that because they didn't show up against Temple. That means they're not going to show up against Ohio State, not going to show up against Michigan, maybe not against Michigan State. They don't play good as a ranked team. I don't think they're going to play as good as a Big Ten team either. They match up well against the ACC. I don't know if they're a good Big Ten team. Number 9, Northwestern. Very, very tough start to the year. Losing to Stanford. I mean, the reason they're in the top 10 is because they won the West last year. And I like their coach, Pat Fitzgerald. And not much else that's really going for him right now. I mean, I see that they're going in a positive direction, but it really is what it is for Northwestern. They're going to be right around the mediocre range this year. Minnesota, number 10. Okay, now we're in the range where you're really, really falling off the ship, but you're not quite off of it. Minnesota has not played great teams, especially their two games at home, South Dakota State and then Georgia Southern. It was a terrible game, Minnesota. I just don't know what is happening to them. They just don't show up. And I mean, I can't wait for Michigan to absolutely pound Minnesota into the ground. Because it's going to happen. It really is. It really is going to happen where Minnesota is going to get smacked. And I mean, you just can't play like that against teams that are lower than you. I mean, the 3-0, probably one of the worst 3-0 teams in college football. They haven't played well at all. I mean, they did go to Fresno and beat Fresno State. They beat a quality team on the road, but their home performances against inferior opponents has been atrocious. They very much could be 1-2. Very much. They're number 10. I mean, I could have put Indiana there, but I feel like the culture at Indiana right now isn't as good as people think it is. They'll probably be in the top 10 at the end of the year, but right now, they've got work to do in Indiana, and I don't want to really disrupt their work. I want to give them a chip on the shoulder. I want to make them try to work to get into the top 10 because this is really a superior list to be on. And we're not going to go talk about number 11 through 14. You know who they are. It's Indiana, it's Illinois, it's Purdue, and it's Rutgers. Rutgers 0-1, Indiana 0-1 in Big Ten play. I mean, the two teams from Indiana not in my top 10 right now. Purdue, reason they're not in the top 10 is that they have lost, like they just keep losing, and that's not good. High expectations. They have Rondell Moore. I mean, last year Northwestern really didn't show up in non-conference play, and then they end up winning the division. So anything's possible here. So that'll do it for us. Peace out.